Hi there. So I think we're on Instagram at the moment, and we're on everywhere now. I think we're live. So that was the final stage you just saw of the 360. Hopefully you saw it. If you're not, didn't see it, go back, have a look on our social media, and the 360-degree bottling will be there, where you can go in, see up close how we do the final stage of production, which Michal here is in charge of on the bottling line, and a bit of the vatting as well. So hope you enjoyed that. We've got a few questions for you, Michal. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Hello.
So what
Hello,
is
everyone.
Day to day? What are you doing at Geheimen?
So my day-to-day duties are, scheduling bottlings. That's the main thing. Making sure that everything goes well in the bottling hall. If something goes wrong, I need to figure it out and fix it.
Rarely goes wrong, right?
No, we had some issues recently with labeling machine, but we managed to get over that. And I'm doing some vattings as well, small batch vattings, collaborative vattings, and
Okay. And how many people have we got in the bottling?
So there's 6 working between the bottling and the warehouse, and that's including there's 4 on the line and 2 working off the line. That includes wrapping pallets, making gift packs, making up gift packs, and all other duties.
Because everything
plus me.
Plus you, and everything leaves from Islay as well, doesn't it? So it's packing up every release, every bottling that we do is all.
Every bottling is done, here on Islay.
And how many countries? Looking at some of the questions, how many countries do we bottle for, roughly?
I think it's around 60.
Around 60 countries.
You should probably know better.
I should know the answer to that one. Yeah, around 60 is right. So we'll stick with about 60, but obviously increasing by the month at the moment. So you've got more to do, and. One of the questions is what goes wrong. So if there was something to go wrong on the bottling line, what is usually not always smooth process?
No. Some machines. Recently we just had a problem with a labeling machine. One of the sensors just got broken, and we had to work around it. We managed for a few days, but then it went completely bad, and we ended up labeling 3 or 4 pallets of Sonic for Japan by hand.
Yeah, it's not much fun.
No.
Yeah. So
it's like mechanical issues or human mistakes.
Yeah. So if you're listening in Japan, the Saneg labels were put on lovingly. And a question come in here for: will you typically do a week or so of one expression, then swap, or multiple expressions in one day?
That would be ideal situation, but. So there's few factors combined why we are not doing it yet. You need a lot of storage to do it, and you need to have your orders from your distributors ready in time, which is not always the case. And so at the moment we are mostly bottling for orders.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So not possible really.
And even after Brexit now, with the new labeling regulations, it's even more difficult to bottle for stock.
Of course, because we have every European now.
Yeah, every European distributor needs to have his address on the back label.
Yeah, so a bit more work.
Yeah.
And did Anthony buy you your new filling machine that you asked for last year?
Actually, yes, he did. It's coming in next 2 or 3 weeks.
Next 2 or 3 weeks. It helped. It helped. Yeah, a bit of peer pressure from the Geheimen fans helped.
Yeah.
How many people does the distillery employ overall?
How many is
I think
30?
I think we're up to including the seasonal staff, I think we're up to 40 or 45 now, including the cafe, visitor centre, shop, bottling, everything. So we're again increasing all the time.
Well, we just recently hired another 2 in the bottling.
In the bottling hall, yeah. Too much whiskey.
Yeah.
So another question here: are you going to continue the 750 ml for US or switch to the 700? With the regulation change?
I think the plan for now is to stick with 750.
Yeah.
But that will be Anthony's decision if we change.
Yeah.
I think people are more they like more 750 bottles. Is that the case?
I think it seems to be that way. So we'll keep it difficult for you with some 750s. But I think we'll stick it that way for now and see how it goes. Really.
No. We've got few other customers that take 750 bottles anyway. So.
It's not just US. No. How many bottles can you fill in a month?
In a month? Oh, good question.
You knew the day, but now you got to times it by 30.
I didn't get. I don't have my calculator with me. We roughly do 2,500 per day.
Yeah.
our
And
daily
you can figure that out at home.
our daily record is 3,600 bottles, I think.
Oh, right.
So
and that was no faults. Everyone doing the job.
yeah, but it was like a Swiss clock, Swiss watch.
And what is the most difficult part of the bottling? So obviously with battling Mackie Bay or something like a core expression, maybe reasonably straightforward. But there's all sorts of different releases.
So like in terms of planning bottling, is most difficult are urgent and sudden orders that are coming in for our customers. The second part I would say is all the customized and all the customized whiskey, which is like collaborative vattings and small batch releases for our distributors, because that's done purely for the customer.
Yeah, so it's these one-off ones that cause a bit of trouble. And I think I know the answer to this one already, but do you enjoy bottling minis?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Personally, me, I do. Yeah.
Why is that?
It's just something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are not bottling them that often, like twice a year maybe.
Yeah. And are they all still labeled by hand?
Yes, they are still labeled by hand.
Yeah. So bottled down the line and then labeled, stuck on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there you go. Wasn't expecting that. So I guess along the similar lines, what's on your wish list to ask Anthony for this year in terms of equipment? What will speed things up? What do you want them to ask him for? As you hear Anthony heckling in the background, he's got everything he needs. He doesn't need anything.
No, I think the next bit of equipment we will replace will be the labeling machine, because once we get the new filling head, that will be the slowest part of the line.
Yeah. And maybe a sunbed to help the tan.
Yeah.
How long does it take to switch between expressions? So Mackie Bay to Sanig, let's say. Is it easy as one pump out, one pump in, or is it a lot more complicated?
It's a bit more complicated, but it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah. And is that just sort of flushing all the machine out and reconnecting?
That's flushing all the machines, changing labels on the labeling machine, and changing the lot number on the printing machine, and getting different dry goods in and out to the bottling.
If the bottling goes down, will you go back to teapots and hand labeling?
Yeah.
The teapots are waiting. All the single casks still labeled by hand?
Yes, they are still labeled by hand. Most of our customers wish to have back labeled numbered with handwritten numbers. So of course we need to get the bottle out and first, and then it can be labeled. Yeah.
So again, I hope you appreciate. If we've got any of our distributors watching on, it's a little bit of extra effort for Michal and his team to hand number all those before they're put on the line. Can you tell us about the different colours of the round centre signets on the various releases? I think we've changed them now, but they used to.
Yeah, we used to have a different colours for each expression with each release, but that was really hard to maintain, hard to get the stock right, hard to get the stock figures right, and we thought we use this coin for Cool Point, I think, before we switched, and we just thought that this will fit nicely with all of our expressions, and we just went for it.
Yeah, because I guess that's one of the most difficult parts of your job, really, is managing on the stock, because people don't realize it's not just the whiskey that needs to be kept. Yeah. It's the back labels, the front labels, different countries, the coins, the boxes, everything.
Yeah, and since the last year, it's a lot more difficult to get dry goods in time, because there are all sorts of delays in place, and every company is suffering. So that's why we had to use. At the end of last year, we had to use plain white outer cases.
Oh yeah,
because we couldn't get our nice printed ones on time.
Yeah, so occasionally we switch it up, play it by ear. I think we've asked that one already, but just if it was missed, will the machines be cleaned between two expressions? Fully cleaned out?
Like flushed, yeah.
So there's no trace of 100% Islay left in the pipes and all that. No. Well, most of the time, or all the time.
No, all the time. All the time.
Well, that's great. I think that's most of the questions we got coming through there. Is that right, team?
Yeah, that looks.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much. As I said, if you're listening to this and you didn't watch the 360, go back and watch the 360-degree chat we had with Michal in the bottling hall, because you can get right up close and see all the way down the line what they get up to in there. and we're one of the few distilleries to still be bottling at the distillery, which is usually done in central plants or on the mainland in Scotland. So thanks for listening in, and we'll see you next, which is in about 15-20 minutes time at 6 o'clock. We'll be doing a tasting of Through the Ages, which will be a live tasting with George, me, and Robin, who will be going through those drams. So we'll see you then in about 20 minutes.
Bye.
Slàinte.